We call the heart the emperor or the empress, right? We should actually be leading with the heart for the energetics of the body to be in harmony. We directly relate the heart to the mind. So if we're treating the mind in Chinese medicine, we go straight to the heart, because the mind is just simply a parameter of the heart. If the heart's working well and the heart emperor is in his throne, which means he is running the show, the mind will be clear. If he's not running the show, or he's got low resources, or he's not getting what he needs, mind starts to fragment. We have the general sitting off to the side as the liver. The general is called out when he is needed for intensity, for stress, for dealing with things really quickly. Think of how quickly adrenaline kicks in when you need it. Liver is called out. He runs the show. He has access to all the resources in the whole body. Like if we're in war, and war is trauma probably, if we're in trauma, we got to get out quick. Fight or flight or freeze. He'll make the call. And it's quicker than you could ever comprehend, right? You just react, don't you? You're like, why did I freeze? I wish I did run, or I wish I fought for something, whatever. He makes the decision based on your resources. Yeah, it's not up to your conscious mind. What I find in modern society right now is the liver or the general is running the show. And he's got a really big link to the ego. So if the ego is running the show, it's all about how we look, how other people like us, how well we achieve, how much we keep ourselves safe, how make sure we never let our guard down and we never act weak ever. But the true ruler and emperor is the heart. And I imagine like a Buddha, Dalai Lama type energy, happy, relaxed, doesn't lead with force. And our job is to protect the emperor and keep him or her in power. So if we leave the general in charge, he's going to lock down all the resources and he's going to respond to the situation as if we're in a dire situation, right? This is where people can start burning resources really quickly because he can take from the cauldron, he can take from the resources of the kidneys, and he can do what he wants. This is when we're so stressed we can't eat. And we're so stressed that we never link into our intuition. We never stop to think, hey, is this the right thing that I'm doing? The heart emperor is a very different frequency. The heart is unconditional love, trust in all things, connection and peace. So you might think of it as narratives in the mind. The general is like, this is a situation, we need to get out or we need to fight that person right now because you can't go through that shit again, right? And you're a victim here, right? And they're not treating you right. Reaching in for deep intuition and wisdom is sitting with it and going, why am I here? What is the lesson? What am I not getting? That's not what the general does. The general does keep going. Fuck those people. They don't get you. Nobody understands you. You're the victim here. Keep going. The heart goes, it's all good. You're in exactly the right place. Everything's going to be fine. So the heart is your link to your intuition. That's where it starts. The heart never says, get out quick. The heart goes, you're totally fine. And when people say, follow your heart, is that easy to do? Because your ego won't like it. If there's any threat to you or your sense of safety, the ego is going to throw a tantrum. Don't do it. It's not safe. You don't know what's going to happen. People won't like you. Just pull out right now. If the ego is involved or the liver or the general has come out, it's not the time to link into your intuition, but we've got to live a lifestyle and a daily flow that actually puts the heart emperor back in place. And that's that rest and digest. We want the general to basically be in his office most of the time with nothing to do. Every time you meditate, you're telling the general to go away. We don't need you, buddy. We're good. We're going to sit and passively go into the deep knowing that comes when you just let your nervous system relax and the monkey mind go. It just happens. So if you can manage the discipline of self-love even when you don't want to, it is part of that daily clock. 3 meals a day, regular sleep patterns, exercise, moving through your emotions, right? That is actual self-love. It's very boring and it's very challenging at times,